Okay, so good morning, everyone. So thank you very much again joining to this classes. And anyone new? Okay. How about online? Okay, there are a couple of people are new. So we have started this class yesterday. The basics. So those who are new today, my name is Riaz. People call me Riaz sir, and having 17 plus years of experience. And I will be your AWS trainer. And as I always say, those who are new, just go to Google and search for Riaz AWS trainer. You will get to know more about me. And those who are new, you have not missed anything. You have not missed anything. So yesterday we started the basics. So did we went into the AWS? Did we went into the AWS yet? No, we haven't discussed about the AWS yet. So we were just talking about the very basics. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you, iPhone. All right. Okay, so let's jump on. What did we discuss in our last class? Client server architecture. Online, can you please put in the chat what did we discuss in our yesterday's class? Client server architecture. So are you ready for shootout? Quick shootout? Okay. So online people, please try to put it in the chat, whatever the questions that I'm asking, and put your chat to everyone. Okay. Okay. So what is a client? Which request a resource. What is a client? Which request a resource. And what is a server? Which respond to that resource. Fantastic. And what is an example of the client that we took? Browser. Fantastic. What is that? Browser. And this client and server, they both should be inside the network or not? Yes. And in the network, what are all the components called? Devices. And how many types of client server architectures are there? 3 types. What are those? 1 tier, 2 tier, and then 3 tier. 1 tier, 2 tier, and then 3 tier. Which one is dead? 1 tier. So which one is not recommended? 2 tier. In 2 tier, how many layers are there? 2 layers. What are those? Client layer, server layer. Do we need to worry about the client layer? No. So in server layer, what do we have in the bottom? Hardware. On top of it, operating system. On top of it, application and database. Wow, what a responses. And is it recommended to keep application and database on the same machine? No. So if you keep application and database in the same machine, what will happen? Fight will happen. Fight will happen for what? For resources. So, but if the fight happens, what is the impact? Bad performance. So performance will be the impact. So, and this 2 tier architecture is secure. 2 tier architecture is not secure. 2 tier architecture is not secure. And do you recommend this 2 tier architecture for production environment? No. Okay. And do you know the different types of environments? So what are those? Dev environment, test environment, pre-prod environment, prod environment. Cool. And then we have 3 tier architecture. In 3 tier architecture, how many layers are there? 3 layers. What are those? Client layer, application layer, database layer. In 2 tier architecture, the problem was keeping the application database on the same machine. In 3 tier architecture, what we are doing, we are separating it. So what is the application server? Which has the application hosted is called application server. And what is database server? Where the database is installed or where the data is stored. And devices communicate with each other in the network using host name and then IP address. Chitty, what is IP address? What is the full form of IP? Internet Protocol. And what is the IP address? It's a unique identifier for a device in the network. And what is host name? Name of the server. Okay. Do you recommend application server to put it in private network or public network? Private network. But if you put it in private network, clients can connect? No. So what you place? Web server. What is web server? Which takes the request and then redirect to the application server. Fantastic. Now tell me, did you revise? No, right? Online, did you revise? No. So it got injected in the brain? So first day you wondered, no, sir, how will you inject in our brains? How are you answering now? How are you answering now? So 1 hour we have discussed yesterday and you have passed so many hours now, right? And then if I ask the questions now, you're able to answer. So that's why I said, not only these topics, till end of the course, I'll be injecting in your brains like this only. You no need to worry, you don't need to put much effort. The only thing that what you need to do is concentration. So how you did concentration yesterday, the same way if you do it, class, I'll kick this AWS in your brains. Super guys, I really appreciate you. Fantastic. Good one. So online people, I don't mind if you put a smiley symbol also. Whenever you get a smile, put a smile so that I can see your smile in the chat. Okay, see happy faces. Very good. I like that. So you have to be very happy and you have to enjoy the life. Correct? Yeah. I like to be very interactive and I like to see all the time smiles on your faces. Good, Nana. Oh, that's nice. So many hearts, huh? So for new students, no problem. You will get the recording. We have done yesterday only one class, that too the basics. So those who are new today, just continue. Okay, no problem. You have not missed nothing there. So if you feel that you have missed, you will get a recording for this. Just go through it. And every day I'll do the recap as well. Okay, don't worry. Okay, today, what we're going to do today is, yesterday I told you, Nana, whenever, let's say assume, when no one is at home, you are alone, what will you do? Why are you smiling, right? What do you do? Open your laptop and you open your browser and you type what? Google.com. Which one? Google.com. So now what you do is, whenever you open the browser and you type Google.com, immediately Google.com will come on your browser. Have you ever thought what was happening in the backend? No. That's what I said yesterday. If the Google page is not coming in your browser in a milliseconds, you will start scolding. That mummy, this mummy, your mummy, that mummy and all. Yes or no? So it's not good. As you are a technical person, you should not scold. Instead of that, you should think what is happening in the backend. Chitty, now you are opening Google.com. Later you will be joining some company. And you are the owner of some application like Google. Your company has a website and you are handling the website. And your customer is accessing your website. Your customer is accessing your website. So your website is, let's say, for example, our website is boom.com. Boom, boom. No, only boom. Okay. So assume that customer has opened boom.com and you are responsible for boom.com. And customer opened boom.com and the website is not coming up. Who will he will scold? You only. Correct or not? So you are the responsible for that application. So you should know what is happening in the backend so that you can make a good performance to that customer. So this is how we will do in the real time. So let's see what do we have in the backend of this. So this will be really interesting. class. And that too, I really appreciate offline and online people. Whatever the strength that we have yesterday, we also have the same strength. In fact, even more. That represents how interested you are for these classes. Very good. Keep it up. Okay, Nana, let's move on. So let me take one example here. I'll take a laptop here. Whose laptop? Give me one name. Huh? Huh? Give me one name. No. Your name. Okay, I'll take Prasad. Okay, take Prasad. Okay, I'll take Prasad, our offline friend. So here we have Prasad. So this is Prasad's laptop. Listen this carefully, how I'll be taking you to the topic. This is Prasad laptop, Nana. So what Prasad did was, he opened his laptop and he clicked on the browser and he's typing what? What? Google.com. What is that? Google.com. Okay. Chitty, browser require two things from you. How many things? Two things. Browser need two things from you. Number one, host name, that meaning domain name that you are providing, google.com. Can we call google.com as a domain name? Can we call google.com as a host name? Yes. Remember, facebook.com, google.com, yahoo.com, whatever.com, that we call it as domain name. What is that? Or you can call it as host name. What is that? So, that is different. That is completely on the browser path. So that one, google.com, that is called domain name. http:// google.com, that will become a URL. So now, assume Prasad has opened the laptop and he typed google.com and browser is saying, oh, Prasadu, you are giving me google.com. That is good. So you are giving the host name. That is good. But I need IP address also. I need IP address also of google.com. Are? Does Prasad know? Okay, can you tell me? First of all, let me write here. Browser require two things, Nana. What are those? Browser require two things. What are those? Host name and IP address. Say that. Say that. Host name and then IP address. Yeah. Host name and IP. So browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. So you open the browser and you're putting google.com. You open the browser and you're putting here google.com. Good. So, but browser is telling you, hey, Prasadu, you have given the google.com, that is good. But I want the IP address of also google.com. I want the IP address of google.com also. Now tell me, Chitti, do you know the IP address of google.com? Are you interested to know? No. Let me give an example. Can you list down few website names? Tell me few website names. Amazon.com, Flipkart.com, Zomato, Facebook, Swiggy, whoever is using a lot, they are telling that website name. Which one? I'm happy, right? Myntra, Shopper, Shadi.com. Yo, Shiva, I bless you to get you married soon. Okay, Netflix, ClickBuzz, right? So, fantastic. Yeah. So, guys, if I give you 5 minutes to list down the number of websites, you will be listing so many websites. Yes or no? Yes. But if I ask you, can you give me the IP address of any website? Are you interested? Do you remember? Not possible, no? Not possible. So no one cares about the IP address and no one is responsible for the IP address and no one worry about the IP address. In fact, we are not at all interested in the IP address. But browser is asking IP address from you. Do you remember? No. So browser required two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. Host name we are giving google.com, but browser is asking Prasadu, give me the IP address also. And Prasad said, I don't know. Then what the browser will do? Browser will stop. No. Remember, there is a component in the network who will remember the IP addresses behalf of you. Behalf of you, in that network, there is one component that will remember the IP address. And that component, we call it as DNS. What is that? Domain name server. What is it, Nana? Domain name server. So DNS. Okay. So DNS. Domain name server. Okay. So what this DNS will do, Chitty? What this DNS will do? This DNS will help you to keep track of IP address and host names. What does the DNS has? It will keep track of IP address and then host name. It has the information about your host names and then IP address. And to DNS, if you give the IP address, it will give the host name. If you give the host name, it will give the IP address because it has the entire information. Let's say, for example, I give you a phone number. In your phone, you have the name for that phone number, no? Yes or no? If I give the phone number, you'll give the name. If I give the name, you'll give the phone number. So that information is there in your phone. Similarly, this what is DNS? DNS meaning it keep tracks of IP address and host name. If someone asks you, Chitty, what is DNS? Then what do you say? It keep track of IP address and host name, or it will convert IP to host name to IP address. Got this, Chitty? So DNS is the guy who will be remembering IP address behalf of us. So it keep track of all host names and IP addresses. And what the DNS will do? DNS will convert IP to host name and host name to IP. I'll tell slowly, guys. Online, is this clear? You're getting it. So which is the component in the network which remember the IP address? DNS. What is the full form of DNS? Domain name server. Good, Nana. Okay. Now you know that DNS is the guy who will be remembering the IP address. Now browser will ask you or DNS. Browser require two things, no? Host name and then IP address. You have given the host name. IP address, browser will ask you or DNS. DNS. It will ask the DNS. To whom it will ask is, Nana, in your laptop, every device has its own DNS called local DNS. What's that? Your laptop has local DNS. Your phone has local DNS. Every desktop, every machine will have its own local DNS. Browser will check, are you laptop? And there is a local DNS in your laptop. So first your browser will check with your local DNS. So it will check the local DNS. You know, where is this local DNS will be? In your C drive, in your program files or somewhere in system 32 is there, no? In system 32, there is a folder called etc/host. This is an interview question. So where is your local DNS in your laptop? What is the path? You should say /etc/host file. What is that, Nana? /etc/host file. /etc/host file. This will be an interview question. So where is your local DNS in your laptop? Which path? Tell me. /etc/host file. So this browser, first it will ask, this browser will ask, Arevo /etc host, Arevo local DNS. Prasadu is asking google.com. Can you give me the IP address of google.com? And this local DNS, Nana, if the local DNS has IP address, Aramse, it will give it back to the browser. First, Rajesh, concentrate on the topic. Later we'll talk. Okay, if the local DNS has the IP address, it will give it back to the browser. Assume that local DNS doesn't have the IP address. If the local DNS says that, Arey Babu, I don't also have the IP address, will it send back empty? If the local DNS says, I don't know, will you get the Google page? No. If the local DNS says, Arey Babu, press browser, I don't know the IP address of Google, will you get the Google page? No. So this local DNS will again talk to the father of this DNS, local DNS. And that is called root name server. What is that? Slowly we'll go. Root name server. You mean the volume is high or what, Raghuram? Others, is my voice clear? Okay. Any problem? Okay. So maybe one or two people, please check from your end. Okay. Chitty Online, am I fast? Yes or no? Okay. Anyways, fine. Let me ask you, let me repeat it, what we have discussed. Okay, slowly. No hurry at all. Yeah. See. Now you open the laptop. So browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. Online people, please put it in chat. So browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. So host name we are providing. What is the host name that we are providing? Google.com. Okay. Is it possible to provide the IP address? No. Who will remember the IP address in the network? DNS. What is the full form of DNS? Domain name server. What is the definition of DNS? It keeps tracks of all host names and then IP address. Or in other words, it converts host name to IP, IP to host name. Okay, na? Now, as we are not providing the IP address to the browser will check with whom first? Local DNS. Which one, Anna? Local DNS. Where is the local DNS in your laptop? /etc/host file. Very good. And if that local DNS has the IP address, right? If that local DNS has the IP address, it will send it back to the browser. Assume now, if the local DNS doesn't have the IP address, to whom it will talk to now? Root name server. Say that, Nana. Root name server. Root name server. Root name server. Okay, listen this carefully. Listen this carefully, Nana. What is this root name server will do is, see, what is the domain name that you're asking for? Google. That extension is important. Google.com. What is that? Is it only .com? Do you know that? Do you know there are many extensions? No? Can you tell me few? .in is there. .net is there. .org is there. Oh, there are so many hundreds of domains are there here. Yes or no? First, as there are so many domains, root name server will check the request. Okay. Browser is sending for google.com. So root name server will identify whether that is going for .com, .org, .edu, .net, so that root name server will send to appropriate domains. You understand? So root name server will first check the request. The request is need to go for .com. So root name server will identify the request where the request need to go to which domain. Okay. So what does the root name server will do? It will identify whether it has to go to .com, .in, etc. So what does the root name server in shortcut? You call it as RNS. What is that, Nana? RNS. What is that? RNS. So root name server will identify whether the request is going to .com or .org, whichever it is. Now root name server will send to Which domain now? .com. Fantastic. Root name server will send to request to which domain now? .com. Nana, Chiti, this .com, we should not call it as domain. We should call it as top level domain. What is it, Nana? Chiti, what is that online? Top level domain. So what is an example of top domain domain here? .com. Fantastic. Is it only .com? No, there are hundreds of top level domains out there. .com, .org, .in, .edu, all these are all called what? No, don't call it as domain, call it as top level domains. What is that? Top level domains. Because you need to be technical from now onwards. You should not talk about like how others are talking. So .com, .org, all these are all called what? Top level domains. In shortcut, call it as TLD. What is that? TLD. Either you can call TLD or you can call it as top level domains. So now this root name server will send the request to .com. Now send to .com. Is this clear till here? Online, is it clear, Nana Chiti, till here? Okay. Now question for you here is, now slowly we'll go. No hurry, okay? The question for you here is, .com in .com. This is .com, very big .com. This is .com. In .com, can you tell me how many websites will be there? How many websites will be there? Millions of websites. Can you list down few websites? Tell me. Amazon.com. NareshIT.com. Who is that? I'll remember. Okay. NareshIT.com. Okay. Netflix. LinkedIn. Gmail.com. Yahoo.com. Okay. AWS.com. Very good. Book my show. Your favorite, you didn't say no. Shadi.com. Telugumatrimony.com. Okay. Riyasar.com. There is no website yet. Okay. Very good. Who is that? Sakshi. Okay. So now, Chiti, I don't have space. For that reason, I listed only few websites there. Inside this, we have google.com also or not? Inside this, we also have a google.com. Now, Prasad laptop is here. Prasad's laptop. Okay. From Prasad's laptop, the request is going to .com. Like this. Yes or no? In between, what is the first place? Local DNS, no? No. First place is local DNS. Next, it went to RNS. Very good. Next, it went to RNS. Next, it went to top level. So the request came here. And he stopped. Before I talk about this, let me give an example. Do you remember in our childhood, in our hometowns, in our villages, theaters? Now technology came up and you have seat numbers, book my show, all these things. But in olden days, do we have any booking? Remember those days? So assume you have a theater in your village, and if you want to get the ticket, what do you do? You will be standing in the line, no? In the queue. So you stand the queue, you will be the first in the counter. And whenever the counter opens, you think that you will take the first ticket, but hands will come from niche, upar, either right, top, bottom, everywhere you'll get it. Okay. Finally, you took the ticket. Oh no, actually he will give one ticket. But while you do, you will go and beg and get more tickets. Okay, anyways. So assume that you are 10 people are there, with friends. How many? 10 friends are there. I had also that one few nasty friends. Definitely you will also have that kind of nasty friends. See, what this friend will tell you, Are macha, mama, you go inside. I'll come later. Do you have this kind of people? Come on. Do we have this kind of people? So these friends are there. What they'll do? Arey mama, let me finish the titles, movie names, everything. When hero comes, call me. Not call me. I'll come at that time. There were phones at that time? No phones. Okay, assume what you did is you all went and your friend is staying outside here. Assume this is your friend, the black guy. I mean, black dot. Black dot. Your friend is waiting at the gate. Now he need to come into the theater. In theater, so many audience will be there. In theater, so many audience will be there. Now tell me, how does your friend will identify you? Or how do you identify your friend? No mobile, macha. Or no seat numbers, macha. Calling? Nicknames. Abhi wo hole, huh? Tell me, how do you do? Shout. You are sitting in the theater and you need to call your friend who is at the gate. How do you do? We put claps, we put whistle, we will call with the nicknames, right? Of course, we'll use bad words. Arey, oh, come this side, huh? Arey, goododa, come this side. Right? Yes or no? Yeah, I also did, no? Everyone might have done this. So, see, Deepak is saying, stand on the chair. So be unique. You stand on the chair and then call him. Okay, finally, you out of such a big theater, you are standing and calling that person. Arevo macha, come this side. That meaning in that big theater, there should be someone who should call you or not. So assume that in the theater meaning .com. .com meaning it's a very big top level domain. Inside this, you have millions of websites. Out of millions of websites, which is the website that you are looking for? Google.com. So Google.com should get up and call you, no? Google.com should get up and call you because your request is staying outside .com. There should be someone in .com who should be calling this request. Yes or no? So Google has put some servers there that is called name server. What is that? What is that? Name server. What is that, Nana? So name server is a guy who will be standing and clapping and calling the request who is standing outside. Arey, oh, request, Prasad request. Come here. I'm here, google.com. I'm here. Come here. I'll take you to Google. So that is called what? Name server. What is that called, Nana? Name server. So request is here. So your request went to where? Name server. Now tell me, from .com, the request went to where? Name server. Then now the request went to name server. Concentrate like this only. Very good. Name server. Okay, Nana. Hey, by the way, is it only .com? We have so many top level domains, correct? So root name server based on your request. That we don't need to worry, Shiv. Or guys, do we need to worry about where is this tld.com and all? No, there are other organizations who will be handling .com, .org, .in and everything. We don't need to worry about it. Okay. So let's say this root name server, if it is .com, it is sending to .com. If it is .in, it will send it to .in. Yes or no, Nana? You can send it to .in also. It can send it to .org also, whichever it is. So the job of the root name server is to identify it is going for .com or which place. So root name server will just redirect to that top level domain. So the request is for google.com, no? So .com will go, root name server will see, oh, that is .com. Then it will send it to .com top level domain. In the .com top level domain, what is the name server? What is the server we have? Name server. Name server, what it do? It will identify the domain. What the name server will do? It will identify the domain. Which identify the domain. Which identify the domain. Okay. Now, Nana, from name server, it will name server. You see, right? You saw so many movies. Hero will go to one place and he will talk to that agent, and that agent will take to the some other guy, and finally he will meet the big boss. Yes or no? Similarly, here also, name server will again take it to name server's wife, and that is SOA. What is that? Start of authority. Say that. Start of authority. Name server is a husband, SOA is a wife. Because SOA has the IP address. Whose IP address? Google's IP address. Now, no, Nana Chiti, the entire journey is for what purpose? To get the IP address of Google. And who is the bloody guy has the IP address here? SOA has the IP address. What is the full form of SOA? Start of authority. Now, who has this? Who has the IP address? SOA has the IP address. Online people, who has the IP address? SOA has the IP address. You got this point till here? Slowly? Okay. SOA has the IP address. So finally, the request has got the IP address, and IP address will send back, right? IP address will be, that IP address will be collected and sent back like this. And who is asking for the IP address? Who is asking for the IP address? Our browser, no? And now browser will get the IP address. Hamma. Right? Chiti, you got only the IP address, not Google page. You got only the IP address, not Google page. The journey that till that just now has happened only to get the IP address. Only to get the IP address. Is it clear till here? Online Chiti, is it CC, please? Okay. Okay. Super. Very good. Fantastic. Okay. Now, browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. Now, the browser got two things now. You have given the google.com, and browser also got, he contacted his forefathers and he had got a IP address. So browser has now two things, host name and then IP address. Now what the browser need now? Google page. To satisfy Prasadu, the browser need to give what? What page? Google page. Okay. Yahoo page will be in which company? Yahoo company. Facebook, okay, those who are CC meaning cluster clear. Those who are new, whenever I say clear, if you put CC, I understand that you understood the concept. CC, cluster clear. Okay, good. So, Yahoo page will be in Yahoo company. Facebook page will be in Facebook company. Google page will be in super. Google page will be in which company? Google company. So now the request has to go to which company now? Google company, because Google page is there. So let's go to Google company. This is the Google company. Okay. I'll ask one question. Chiti, let's say you want to go and meet some friend in some apartment. And if you are going to the apartment, who is the first person who will stop you? Experience, huh? Watchman. Immediate answer. Okay. Watchman. Now also say this. What is the first question that he'll ask? Who are you? Right? Okay, what are the questions that he'll ask? Who are you? Where you want to go? To whom you want to meet? Yes or no? If you go to a normal small apartment, assume in 202 flat, Riya sir is there. Now, you want to come and meet me. So who will stop? My security will stop. Right? Security guy will stop. And security guy, I'll tell you, for example, Prasadu is there, and Harish, Prasadu and Harish, example I'm saying. So now, I'll tell to my security, saying that, hey, security, Prasadu will come. I love him. Prasadu will come. I love him. He's my best friend. Example. Then I'll tell to security, Harish will come. Ammo, don't allow Harish. No, I don't want to meet him. Example. Right? So my security will obey that or not? He'll obey, right? Okay. Now Prasadu will come. And security guy will ask, who are you? I'm Prasad. Oh, Prasad, please come. Go inside. When Harish come, Allah what? Deny. Deny. What is the concept that I'm using here? Allow, deny. What is that? Allow, deny. Say that. Allow, deny. Allow, deny. Allow meaning going inside. Deny meaning just going outside only. So if you're taking a small apartment, a security guy is there. Now your request, Prasad from Prasad laptop, the request is going. The request is going. La 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 la. It's going here. In the Google company, your request will go inside, huh? There should be someone who will stopping your request or not. And that guy name is called firewall. What is that name, guy? Firewall. So there will be a big guy sitting over here in front of it. And that guy is called what? Firewall. See here. Firewall. So not only Google company, every company will have a firewall. And what the firewall will do is, it is a security for your entire infrastructure. So whichever the requests are coming, first the firewall need to allow. What the firewall will do? Firewall will either allow or deny. Very good. It will allow or it will deny. No. Can I create a rules in my firewall? Yes. For security guy, I put a rule, no? Plus if Prasad come, allow. If Harish come, deny. So that is a rule or not? So in the firewall also, Google engineers, they will create a rule. They will tell to firewall saying that, hey Babu, requests will come. So many requests will come, but allow only. Okay, now Chidi, tell me. In browser, how do you type the URL? Tell me the URL. http://google.com. What is that HTTP there? What is that called? Protocol. What is that called? Protocol. What is that called, Nana? Protocol. HTTP is there. Sorry. And HTTP yes is also there. So which one is secure? HTTP yes is secure. So we'll talk about the protocols also in coming days. Don't worry. I'll clear that also from your mind. What are the protocols? What are the port numbers and all? For now, just remember this. What is, okay, now tell me, as a part of basic, I'm asking this. What is the port number of HTTP? What is the port number of HTTP? Yes, this is the misconception people has, most of the people. Some people say 80, some people say 80. But what is the actual protocol of this? What is the actual port number? Coming next few days, I'll also remove that kind of fundamental things from your mind. Okay, for now, please remember the port number is how much? 80. What is the default port number? 80. So next, HTTPS. What is the HTTPS port number? 443. What is that? Say that. Not 143. 443. What is that? 443. Okay. And next. And there is also another protocol called SSH. What is that, Nana? SSH, which is 22. And another port number called RDP, which is on 3389. So, Nana, at least these four protocols you need to remember. Say with me, everyone, online and offline, everyone. So, HTTP 80, say that. HTTP 80, HTTPS 443. Say that. Say. See, sometimes in my class, I'll make you to sing a song. And one of the song is this. Say this. HTTP 80, HTTPS 443, SSH 22, RDP 3389. Okay. So here I'll tell you this. Which one is secure to connect to your website? HTTP. Yes. So I'll say here secure connection to website. Yes or no? HTTP is secure or not secure? HTTP. Not secure connection to website. Okay. Now, if you want to connect to Linux machine, you know Linux, there are two types of operating system, Windows, Linux. So if you want to connect to Linux machines. What is the protocol that you use? SSH. On what port number? On what port number? 22. So here, connect to Linux machines. And if you want to connect to Windows machines, what is the protocol? Connect to Windows machines. Now, at least you should remember as a part of certification and also as a part of interviews. Okay, I'm asking you the question. What is the protocol to connect to the Linux machine? SSH. Port number 22. What is the protocol used to connect to the Windows machines? RDP. Port number? What is the protocol to connect to our website securely? HTTPS. Port number? 443. What is the protocol used to connect to my website not securely? HTTP. Port number? What is HTTP? What is HTTPS? What is SSH? What is RDP? These are all come under the protocols. I have a separate topic on the protocols. I'll teach you that in coming days. For now, please remember this. Okay, now? Super. So now, Chitty, see here. Your request will be traveling in the network in the form of what? In the form of packets. What is that? Packet. Data packet. What packet? Not biryani packet. It's a data packet. So these are all the packets. So entire information in the network will be traveling in the form of data packets. These are all packets. Okay, now see here. Now your request is going, it is going. And who is the guy who will stop you? Firewall. Firewall will say, hey, hello. Yadi bhai, kahan ja raha hai? And the request will say, I want Google page. Show me. What are the details that you're getting? So this data packet will get opened. This data packet will get opened and the firewall will read. Firewall will read. Okay. And you tell me, in the firewall, which one is allowed? HTTP or HTTPS? HTTP or HTTPS? HTTP? Yes. Very good. See, slowly I'm taking into the topics. So which one is not allowed here? HTTP is not allowed. And this one is HTTPS is allowed. So Prasadu request is going with HTTP. Now tell me, firewall will allow? Now the request will come back to the browser and say to Prasadu, I'm sorry, HTTP will not work for Google page. So which one you need to use? HTTPS. So now he put HTTPS, google.com. Now it again went to the firewall. And in firewall, it has stopped. Hey, request, hold on. Stop, open the packet now. Packet got opened and it is coming from Prasadu laptop and it is giving the IP address. It is the what protocol it is using now? HTTP? Yes. So the firewall will allow or not? Yes. So do you understand what is firewall? So I'll tell you the definition of the firewall now. Simple. See, firewall meaning which stops unauthorized access to the network. Simple definition. What is a firewall? Which stop? Say, take your hand and then put it here in front. Still, which stops? What is a firewall? Which stops unauthorized access to the network. What is that? Which stops unauthorized access to the network. So if you tell these kind of things in an interview, easily you can get on. Don't give big definitions. If you give big definitions, in that definition, another question will come. So don't give that kind of option to the interviewer. So what you need to tell is, so if someone asks, what is firewall? What do you say? Very good. So here, firewall. I'll write for you. What is firewall? Which stops unauthorized access to the network. Now, is this clear? Okay. Good. So assume now firewall has allowed the request. Firewall has allowed the request. Good. So now it went to the Google company. Now in Google company, as a part of 3-tier architecture that we have learned, can you tell me what will be the first component that will hit first? After that, web server, no? So you'll have a web server, no? So here in Google also, do we have the web servers or not? Okay, here is the web server. Chitty, can you tell me, there will be only one web server in Google or multiple web servers? What if one goes down? Problem, no? From web server, the request will go to application server, app server, application server. And from application server, it goes to very good. See how we're implementing this. Chitty, yes or no? Okay. So these are all web server, web server, web server, and this is app server, app server, app server. Okay, and finally we have here DB server. DB server, DB server. Okay, Nana, see here, important. So now, the request, where is the request? We have our request here or not now? So the request is here. Now firewall has allowed the request. Firewall has allowed the request. Now request went in the Google and in front of the request, and it saw what? Database, web servers. What it saw? Web server. Now request came in front of the web servers, and how many web servers are there at the moment? 3 are there. Now you tell me, your request will go to first, second, third. First, second, or third? Which one? Online. First, second, third. Okay. So confusion here, correct? So what I'll be telling you here is very important topic. Before I talk about all these things, I have one important topic for you. Very easy. Now let me take online's name. Online, can you give me one name? I'll take your name. Whose name? I'll take online. Huh? Divya. Divya. So I'll take Divya, for example. So now Divya said, hey, Riya sir, I have application with me. Can you please put it into one server? Give me the URL. I'll access. You understand the question? What Divya said is, Riya sir, I have application, website. I have a website. I'm giving you the website. Put it in one server. Give me the URL to access it. So what I said is, sure, Divya. What I do is, I went and set up one server. Listen this carefully. I went and set up one server here. This is the server. I went and set up the server. Inside this, what I did, I put the application. Now, every server will have the IP address or not? So I'm putting a sample apply 192.168.20.10 example IP address. So now what I did was, I gave Divya like this, http://index.html. This is the website. Now tell me, is Divya is happy with this URL? Is Divya is happy with the URL or not? Okay. Do you like to access the website with this URL? That's what I'm saying. Are you happy with this URL? No, are you happy with do you remember the IP address every time? You want google.com, facebook.com, flipkart.com, shadi.com, like this. But if anyone is interested to put in the URL http://192.168.20.10./index.html, no one is interested. But I have given this URL with the IP address to Divya. And Divya said, sir, what is this URL, sir? No problem, because Divya, sir, you are my dear Riya, sir. So no problem, sir, I'll use it. Then all of a sudden, she said that, sir, URL is not working. The link is not working. When I went and checked, this server is down. Now what I did was I went immediately and then set up in total, how many servers? Total 3 servers. Why only 3? I don't have space. Okay. Can you put even more? Yes, you can put more, but IP address will be same or different? Different. So IP address is here. I put 11. Here I put 12. So now I have given the URL like this. This time, Divya, try to access like this. 192.168.20.11/index.html. Guys, important topic. Please hold on. And then like this. Now, I told Divya, hey Divya, now not one URL, you have 3 URLs. Is she happy? Arey Riya sir, what is this, sir? For one website, you are giving access, you are giving me 3 URLs. That too with IP address. Are you interested? And Divya said, sir, no, sir, I'm not interested. Now, please do something. I want one fancy name. Fancy name is like, just a second, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. So now Divya said, sir, yes, sir, I don't want these URLs, but I need very fancy name like this. Divya.com. Yes or no? Will be she happy if you give like this? But is it possible to give like this me? No. For that reason here, how many servers are there at the moment here? 3. Similarly, in our previous topic also, how many web servers are there? 3 web servers are there. Here also, 3 servers are there. But our request got confused or not? Which server? For that, we are implementing a very important topic, which is called load balancer. What is that? Everyone say that. Online, please put it in chat. What is that? Load balancer. As the name clearly says, what it is balancing? Load. What is balancing? Load. So here, this is load balancer. So this is a load balancer, and I can give a nice name for the load balancer. Nice name called divya.com. And this load balancer will send the traffic to these 3 servers. Okay, now when someone try to access divya.com, it will get to the load balancer. So first request will go to which server? First server. Second request will go to second server. Third request will go to fourth request will go to first server. Fifth request will go to second server. Sixth request will go to third server. Yes or no? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. What is this called? This is called round robin method. What method is this? Round robin method. Round robin method. So this load balancer, excuse me, this load balancer, what is the definition of the load balancer? I'll tell you. See, load balancer will distribute the traffic to multiple servers. Yes or no? Simple definitions. I told you, no, KISS. What is KISS? Keep it simple. Keep it simple. So what is the definition of the load balancer? Which distribute the traffic to the multiple servers. So that is here load balancer. We'll talk a lot about load balancer in coming days. So can you tell me what is the definition? Which distribute the traffic to multiple servers. Fantastic. This is very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. Now you understand what is load balancer? Now you tell me. Here, see Chitty online. Do you see what I need to put here? Here I need to put what? Load balancer. In shortcut, can I call it as LB? Yes. And LB will be distributing the traffic to yes. And from the web server, the request will go to app server to DB servers. So your Google page will be in which server? Application server. So Google page is that. And Google page will collect the data from the database. And from the database, the data will go to, request will go to app server to web server to load balance to firewall. And finally, the Google page will be on your browser. Understood? Amma. Huh? Sir, what is this, sir? Every day I just open Google page, fatak, it is coming in milliseconds. But these are the things it is going in the backend and happening. Now you are my AWS future solution architects, AWS engineers. Now we are talking about google.com. In future, it can be your own application. For every application also, will be the architecture. This will be the architecture. Now tell me, guys, everyone, online, offline, everyone with me, see here. So browser require two things. What are those? Nikita, if you have a question, please put it. So everyone online, please put it, the answers. So browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. Which one we are providing? Google.com, that is a host name. Is it possible for us to provide the IP address? No. Who is the guy remembering the IP address? DNS. What is the full form of DNS? Domain name server. And what is the definition of DNS? Which keep track of all host names and IP address. If you give the IP address, it will give the host name. It will give the host name, it will give the IP address. Fantastic. Now the browser will talk to whom first? Local DNS. Where is your local DNS? /et/host file. From the local DNS, the request will go to root name server 2, top level domain 2, name server 2, SY 2, browser. From browser again back to firewall. What is firewall? Which stops unauthorized access to the network. From firewall, it will go to load balancer. What is load balancer? Which distribute the traffic to the multiple servers. From load balancer, it will go to web server to app server to DB server. From DB server to app server to web server to load balance to firewall to browser. Khalas. So this is how actually your page website will work. Now, this root name server, top level domain, all these things will be in the internet. We don't need to worry about that. Very important thing, guys, here now. See here. Don't leave the class, guys. So now, I'll give you one small twist. See here. Okay. Okay. So now, every day you're opening Google page. Now you know what is happening in the backend, correct? Now you and your friend is sitting next to next and he's typing google.com. And google.com is not coming in his page. It is very slow. And your friend started scolding that mummy, this mummy and all. And what will you tell? Are chubet, stop. Poor Google, the request might be in the firewall. Request might be sent to the web server. Web server need to respond. No. It will take time. No. Yes or no? Because you are now technical guys. You are not like a normal person from now onwards. So you are a techie guy. You are a technical person. So you need to think. If Google page is not working, where is the problem? You need to check first. If the Google page is not working, check whether it is going to local DNS or not. That means you need to have internet or not. Because your root name server, top level domain needs internet. If there is no internet, will it go to the root name server? And you will not get to Google page. And if it is going everything where, and the Google is down, will you get the page? No, that meaning your app server is down completely in the Google. So like this, in future, what we do is we will develop our own applications and we'll be deploying our own applications as well here. Yuvraj, yes, but now please consider, later we can remove that. Is it clear? So now I'll show you one small twist. See here quickly. whenever you hit Google, okay, whenever you hit Facebook.com, whenever you hit Facebook, can you tell me which one will hit first? As per the diagram here. Firewall, we cannot do anything. After firewall, load balancer not. Facebook page. Okay, now Facebook page will be in the app server. App server will be to the will be private or public? Private. Which is exposed to the public? Web server. Now it is load balancer. Web server, load balancer, actually both are same. But now to make you understand, I put it separate. In future, we don't use web server, we use only load balancer. Now, which one will be exposed to internet? Load balancer now? Yes or no? So if I hit facebook.com, first it has to go to load balancer or not? Facebook.com and load balancer both are same or not? Huh? Okay, now generally, I'm opening Google page. See here, everyone. Here I type facebook.com. If you want to go with facebook.com, this is how you put the URL or not? If you put enter, you will get Facebook page. Yes or no? But what I do is now, I'll close this. I go to command prompt. Now I want to know the IP address of Facebook. I want to know the IP address of the Facebook. I want to know the IP address of how to know the IP address of any website. I'm giving you, remember this for your lifetime. There is a command called NS lookup. What is that? Write down that. NS lookup. NS lookup. What is that, Nana? NS lookup. See, I type NS lookup. NS, I don't know whether it is connected to my DNS server or not. So then here I put facebook.com. Facebook.com. Do you got the IP address here? Whose IP address is this? Facebook's. And I'm putting this IP address again. And I should get what the DNS will do. If you give the host name, it will give the IP. If you give the IP, it will give the host name. And I'm giving the IP, it is giving what? What is that? Facebook.com or load balancer? What is that? Load balancer. What is that? Load balancer. See, I'm doing pist one here. Now I go to Google. Generally, if you want to access facebook.com, you put facebook.com. But if I put this very big nasty URL, will Facebook will work? No. But what we did, we went in the backend and we got the load balancer name. And now if I enter, will the Facebook page will come or not? As per the technically, it should come. See. Got it or not? Apart from Facebook, we have put some other URL and we got the Facebook again. You understand? Clear, Anna? Super. I'll stop it here. Don't leave the class, online people. Do you understand? Do you understand today's class, everyone? So tomorrow we'll go to the another next important topic, guys. Okay. Meanwhile, any questions online? Yes, all the PPTs, everything will be uploaded in Google Classroom. If once the batch is fixed, we'll start sharing all the materials. Okay. Any other questions? It will take a lot of time. Avinash, see guys, my batch will take time. There are many people who are waiting for since many months. Let me just ask in online people. Online people, how many months that you are waiting for my batch? Just see. Let's put, see, 2 months from Canada, 1 month, 4 months, since long time. So guys, don't miss my classes. I would say, oh my God. Hey, apologize for all these people. 2 months from Bangalore, 2 months, 1 month, 4 months from Canada, US. So guys, apologies, but still, but good thing is we are now together. But what I would say is, don't miss the classes. If you miss, you don't get learn very nice like here anywhere. So if you're learning AWS from me, it's like a laddu for you, right? Don't miss me. And if you miss my classes, you will regret for sure, because you don't get this kind of quality anywhere. So those, I said, no, those who are new, just go to Google and just type Riaz AWS. See, I'm there already. So Riaz AWS trainer, and you go to the Facebook, and this is my link. If at all you want to know more about me, this. And quickly, do you see this? Yesterday also someone completed the certification after my class. Do you see that? Okay. So these are all, apart from this, I cannot show you all the proofs, but the only thing is don't miss my class. Okay. Super. Any other questions? There are different top level domains, Deepak. Sir, having 8+ year in support and non-IT can. Yes, you can, Rahul. Definitely you can. If you are in the support, definitely you should learn this. iPhone, a doctor of AWS. Thank you. iPhone, put your name, no? Ruhan. Okay, nice, Ruhan. Contact number. I cannot share my contact, but I can share my email ID. So if you have anything, just shoot out an email. And admin number, you will get it for sure. This is only the second day, correct? So maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you will get the admin details. All the information formalities you will get to know. Okay, DevOps, people are asking about the DevOps, no? So as I said, for offline, I told for online, see here. What I would suggest is first go with AWS and then DevOps. Because some people say that DevOps with AWS. But guys, they don't talk much about AWS there. In real time, in company, what is the expectation is you need to learn AWS and DevOps as well. But which one is the first thing recommended? AWS. Because in DevOps, they will use the AWS. If you think that in DevOps, sir, if I join DevOps, there AWS will teach, no, that is enough for me. No. Unnecessarily, you will be losing a lot. In DevOps, they will more concentrate on DevOps tools, not on AWS. As AWS is number one in the market, I would recommend you strongly, not me, if you go for any experienced people also, the first thing they recommend is go with AWS first and then DevOps. And that DevOps will be done inside this AWS. You understand? So first go with the AWS. Do you agree, my experienced people online? Do you see that? So first go with AWS. Don't unnecessarily go with parallelly also I don't recommend. Maybe after 1 month also you can do it. Yeah. I'm not teaching DevOps. I'm with AWS only here. Okay. First go with AWS. Okay. Super. Great. So I hope I took all the questions here. To which command prompt, Raghuram, go to command prompt. Okay. Good. Can you give the final CC for today, please? And duration of the program is 60 days plus or minus. Okay. I'll be taking all your questions. Don't worry. Don't worry. Not only this, Sarada. Don't worry, Nana. You will get the recording tomorrow. You go through the recording, or else we can just take it later again. Can you give the final CC for today? CC with smile, please. Smile is important. Hearts are important because that is the only thing that is a giveaway. You look very nice. Excellent. Super, Nana. Tomorrow we'll be jumping on to another important, wonderful topic. Don't miss the class. That will be really important. These basics needs to be cleared first. Okay. So that is all. Let's connect tomorrow with the next wonderful, important topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Same link, same time, same place. Bye-bye, guys.